Hello everyone, welcome to Panda's course. So today's session will be learning about how to control our missing data, or you can take as like how to handle missing data as well. So before moving towards the methods, just understand like what is the reason behind that we'll be handling the missing data. So everyone knows about that. Always suppose and sometime we'll get some missing data like we just go with name, then your middle name, then your last name. So someone has a middle name, some doesn't have. Some people are going with the first name or and the last name. So in those particular time the middle name will be like missing, right? This time it's nothing is there, it shows null or sometime none, any, and so this type of things we can observe in the database always, like we are facing it. So take as example, it's a real-time scenario. Take a real-time scenario, want to understand the missing data. So suppose you want to purchase something, okay, in like online portal. So what you have to do, suppose you want to go with the Flipkart online portal. So they will ask some details, right? Like name, your address, your phone number, so your email ID. So always we won't provide everything, right? So in the Flipkart database, take as example, this is nothing but your Flipkart database. This is your Flipkart database. Inside that you have the details, name of the like the customer who want to purchase something, name, address, then the phone number, then your email IDs and the purchase ID, like what you want to purchase it, right? But sometimes we provide name, we provide address, you provide numbers, some numbers, but we are not providing email ID. We don't want to give. And purchase ID is by default generated. So some customer has not given the email ID, but is not compulsory. That time it will be the missing things. So in the database, it will be a one problem we are facing, right? Always to get that. So because to not get, and the database will be blank. We don't want to put the blank that this type of data is called nothing but senior missing data. So this type of data are known as missing data, and we are handling this thing in a pandas with the help of none and nan. So in these two methods we can find out that whatever the missing data are there in our database is nothing but like how we are using the previous session the data frame to create it. You can use those data frame, as well as we can use .csv file, the data frame which we already saw. You can use any real-time database with a .csv or .json file. This is the two files you can use it to check that what are the missing data in that particular database using none and nan. So those two methods. So I hope now you are at least clear picture of your missing data and what is the reason behind that. To work on that, let's jump to the Jupyter notebook to understand in a practical way how we have to control it, how we have to fetch it, and how we have to use those missing data in our data frame or a database. So we just import first to create a data set, then only we can check that the null values or the missing data. So we'll start with the importing part. So import numpy as np, import pandas as pd. So we run this, then we move to create a data frame with the data equals to pd dot data frame, DATAFRAME data frame. Inside that, I'm just taking a random values. You can give some values as well. If you don't want the random values, just go with random methods. RANDOM, random dot RANDN, and then the values how many you want. I want 10 2, and the index as we give the 10, so we have to go with 10 0 comma 1 comma 2 comma 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So we give the 10 index, then we are just going with the columns because we want to give the column name. This things you can skip it to just I want to like if you want to show in a proper way we are using this. So if you don't want you can skip this part. So that's probably it's your wish, your purpose to see the things are in a which way. So I'm just create my data. Let's move to see with the data like whatever we created just now. So I'll just go with data and I just want to see my data, whatever I created now. So just go with print and then So we can go with the data and we can create it, we can run this particular, we will get that. Now we'll see that how we have to go check with the is null things and all. So go with print, just see the missing values whatever we have or not. So we just go with the print, and inside the print we are saving it in a data. So datas, and the column, which column you have to check, I just want to check in the C1. So C1, and then the method is equal to is null. So is null method, yeah. So you can observe now is null method is bool type, and it's give you the false, all the false value. And now you can check the not null as well in this, like in whenever you using the missing value. The same way here you can use it's not null, like you can go with not null method, you can go, you just get the all the true values. That is all the boolean type, like if you want to use to understand the calculation. And now you can use the calculations also for the missing data, because you already have all this thing. You can use here sum for the missing data to calculate it, the particular things you can do that, how many are there, you can calculate it. So this is how we are using the missing values to use of the methods in our this. Here we already have the values, so it's taking all the things false is null when you use it. When you go with the not null, it gives the trues or the not null values. And there when you do the sums, because we have a values, it just do the sum of that particular values and it's given to you. So this is how you have to use this particular things in a machine data. So you can use the data frame as well with the .csv file to run this.